Hell,
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
hey, Chris,
Hey,
how are you?
doing all right. How are you?
What?
There's everybody. We've had good copies of Shelley's, report.
Yep.
I don't think I am now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Copy of the administrative bill?
What's your phone?
Your administrative report.
I said it's on, is it on email?
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, yes. It's do you know if this, parking lot for Steve, is this adjacent to GAF garden? Or is this the one
This is
close
one.
to the, is this 202 or?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out myself, so.
Well, this is 202, not Michigan Street.
Correct.
And so this is the old rock. Macrocastus.
Wow. I just,
So it's on 202, there's really nothing there now.
that's correct, that's the way I understand it, and that's why I asked, Tammy to have note from his company.
Okay. See him yet? I need my. Yeah.
Betty said she must call.
Okay.
Give her a few minutes.
Done.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's meeting. I will see regular members, Larry, Jennifer. I will see Melinda or Jolene and Christopher. Okay. Let's see, consideration of minutes. Does anybody have any comments or questions regarding the regular meeting minutes of 7:23? If not, can I have a motion, please?
Motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of 7/23/2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Any comments or questions regarding the sidewalk for 59 Dark Entry Road by Melinda?
Good.
If not, can I have a motion, please?
Motion to accept the sidewalk minutes of 7/31/2025 for 59 Dark Entry Road. IW 2524 by Melinda Dubois.
Second.
Dubois.
Thank you. And 7:31, the sidewalk meeting before New Preston Hill Road by Larry. Does anybody have any comments or questions? If not, can I have a motion, please?
I'll do my own. Motion to approve the sidewalk meeting minutes at 7/31/2025 for 4 New Preston Hill Road, IW 25-30 by L. Gentry.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Do we have any subsequent business?
No.
No, okay, we'll be going right into ABC Properties, 59 Dark Country Road for the establishment of a fire pond. Jim, are there any changes to what you plan on doing? You had mentioned at the site walk that you were gonna possibly use a brush cutter, and if you were gonna use that, we were just gonna add that to the pond or to the application.
I have reached out to him, the gentleman who referred to me.
Mhm.
I haven't heard back from him, so as of right now, no. If I do, I'll come back in.
Okay,
I haven't even got a price, I don't even know if it's feasible.
would you like me to table this for a while, or do you want
That's
to?
fine. I probably prefer not, because I'm expecting a demolition permit for the house.
Mhm.
And I have trucks coming in that driveway that goes between the two ponds.
Mhm.
I have to cut some of the brush back
Okay,
before they can do it, so
and we're not gonna do the other pond.
no,
At
I
this
won't
time.
do anything with it until I've spoken to Frank. And if we need some sort of arrangement, I'll come back in
Okay, very good.
before I do anything.
So we're not gonna add the brush cutter or, okay, okay, does anybody have any further questions? This application, Larry?
No, I don't.
Okay,
No.
okay. Okay. Okay, we'll go with a 5-year,
Yeah, that'd be great.
for you in case you should decide, and in case you should want to come back to modify it as well, if you're going to use machinery.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, who would like to do this after this? Here, I have the plans, or you can go, actually, you can go right off
I'm
of
gonna
the,
take,
yep,
I'll take
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, motion to approve. IW 5-, oops. It's not correct.
25-24.
IW 25-24, the reestablishment of a fire pond, ACV properties at 59 Dark Entry Road, Washington, Connecticut. Including documents on file, 2025-7-3 statewide deep reporting form. 2025-7-3 USGS topographic map, 2025-7-3 Washington GIS map. 2025-7-3 Washington sub-regional basins and subsurface water flows. 2025-7-3 property boundary survey for 51 Dark Entry Road by T. Michael Alex dated August 2024. And 2025-7-17 sequence of construction, excuse me. Followed with 2025-7-31 site report by Melinda Dubois. This permit is valid for 5 years, is subject to the following conditions. The land use office be notified 48 hours prior to the commencement of work, so the wetlands enforcement officer can inspect and approve the erosion control measures. That the property owner gives the contractor copies of both the motion of approval and approved plans prior to the commencement of work. The approval of this permit is conditioned upon the performance and completion of all proposed activities and or improvements in totality to the satisfaction of the Inland Wetlands Commission. There shall not be any modification of any kind to the plans and or scope, sequence of the proposed activities and or improvements shown on the approved plans without prior approval of the Inland Wetlands Commission or its designee. We are not going to include the brush cutter, correct? Correct. Okay. And there are no other conditions, correct, at this time, right? Correct. Okay. In approving this permit application, the commission has considered all of the relevant criteria pursuant to sections 11.02, 11A, and 12.8 of the Inland Wetlands and Watercourses Regulation, and finds that the proposed regulated activities as presented on the plans and conditioned herein are not reasonably likely to lead to significant adverse impacts on any wetlands and watercourses.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. You're all set, Jim.
Thank you.
Okay,
Appreciate your time.
okay. Saving Landscape, Sam has asked us to table that application, for this evening. And we'll be going right into Land Tech. Big Golf Course Road. Brian?
Hello. We were here, I was here last month via Zoom. And there was a couple of questions standing and tried to do my best to answer them. I did send, did everyone get full-size packages? That was one of the requests. So we did do that. But again, we're just here for a modification of the original approved plan, which was approved back in April of 2025 for the Washington Club. Basically, the approved plan previously had a lesser amount of courts and parking, and then we were not showing a pro shop with any septic or well. Because at that point, really just there was a couple of issues. One of them, they were still negotiating with the gun school to see if they were willing to join in cost-wise with the program. And also there was trying to get this through zoning in a particular fashion. That being said, at this point now, we are looking to the full get permitted for the full build out. Which does include, and I will do this because it is a little confusing. So there are 11.
Excuse me 1 second.
Yeah.
Chris, I have to recuse you.
Yes, please. Yep. Thank you.
I will see Christine for Christopher right now.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So for all intents and purposes, there are 11 full courts. But there's 5 hard true courts, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 all-weather courts here. And then there's these 2 accessory courts, which are both all weather, which can actually be used as both all weather or pickleball. So if we break it down for pickleball, there's actually 8 pickleball courts, and then there's 2 platform tennis courts, which may or may not be built at this time. Basically, the biggest addition to the plan, because the drainage stayed the same as associated with the first plan, because we weren't gonna build that twice. Because the idea was always to build this out over time to accommodate the full build out. But we didn't know when or how that was gonna happen. We still don't know when the whole construction will take place. It's really gonna be cost dependent. But again, the drainage has not changed. It does incorporate all of the impervious area, which is about 171,000 square feet. The biggest change is really the addition to the septic. The construction of a well for the bathrooms that are in the proposed shop, which is a little over 1,000 square feet. Peter Talbot, who's been here in the past to represent the club and who's also a member of the club, actually did the design for the pro shop. It's basically just a small seating area with some storage, and then a bathroom, and then a small office. It's really pretty modest. The other thing they plan on doing as part of the upgraded proposal is just to include some shade structures adjacent to some of the courts. But that being said, we really haven't expanded into the upland review area more than necessary. There is some grading in the 100-foot review area, which we did actually have a little this before. And then there's some minor grading associated with the existing gravel road that will be improved. It will be improved, but it will remain gravel at this point in time. So that's really some of the changes. I did, as part of the project narrative, I did submit kind of a comprehensive breakdown because it is getting a little confusing between the changes. I did submit a comprehensive breakdown discussing the differences between what was originally approved and then what we had requested for a modification. Kurt Lowenstein, who's in my office, who is the engineer who put together a majority of the plan, including the septic, which is pending approval with the health department right now. We've gone back and forth with them and the state. We're hoping to get approval for that in the next week or so. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. I don't think this changes much from the prior plan. Again, I think we're pretty open about that. This was eventually going to come back to the commission for the full build out. It doesn't necessarily fit in the zoning, as everyone knows. So we're trying to get that approval, trying to get this approved so we can get approval through zoning at that point. I will say this has remained the same. There is going to be a berm along the side of the road. This will be vegetated, so it will have block some of the. You won't be able to see into this, so there won't be necessarily a wide open view of this, which from aesthetic standpoint, we thought was kind of a benefit for the club and then for the neighborhood. As you know, the golf course is here, driving range is here. South to this is a large wetland. North of this is a slope wetland, and then across the street there's this large school. So there's no neighbors directly adjacent to any of this. But I can answer any questions you may have.
Okay, did you get the health report from HV Houston Health?
Yes, we did.
Okay, some of the questions that I have, I'm wondering if any of those are going to impact in the upland review area, such as the drainage. Do you have a copy of that with you?
I don't. Kurt, who's online, Kurt is online. He does have a copy of that in front of him. He's been dealing with David Buell directly.
Okay.
From the health department.
Mr. Chair, for the record, Kurt Lowenstein, professional engineer with Landtech. The comments, your question, if I heard you correctly, was would his comments cause an increase in drainage or modification to the drainage system? Is that correct?
Yeah, do you have that in front of you by chance?
I do, yeah. Which comment specifically?
Okay, do you have, I've numbered them. 1, 2, 3, number 4. Can you address that?
Oh, please clarify the retaining wall just above the leaching system has drainage, that comment there?
Yes. And can you show us where that is?
So Brian, or I could even share my screen. I don't know how large the screen is, if it would be helpful to do that. Either way works. What would be the northern most edge of the courts will have a retaining wall associated with them. That retaining wall would presumably have a footing drain of some sort associated with it. And the septic system as shown is 25 feet away from that, which is respecting the health code setback. So we wouldn't anticipate needing to relocate any of that drainage.
Okay, so that would stay as is on that plan there.
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
please address number 5, the next one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that area is just a gravel strip along the edge. That is not a drainage component as I interpret it, looking at the health code. You know, drainage structure you're talking about catch basins, you're talking about infiltration systems. This is really just a gravel trench treatment around the edge of the courts. So that's something that we will work out with Dennis, but again, it's a reserve area. So for all intents and purposes, once the approval happens, that reserve area goes away. And in the event in the future, if there was a replacement that's needed, the replacement area would be likely in the location of the system itself, or in an alternative location. The reserve area is not an approved design, so an engineered plan would be required at the time of implementation if needed. But again, I don't think that's considered drainage, so I don't think that comment of his applies. That's one of the elements that we're working with him on.
Okay. Number 6, the primary system proposes 2 deep. Can you review that one, please?
Yeah, I think that may just be we'll look into that. It may just need to be the system. If there's a typo in there that needs to be adjusted, it shouldn't cause any additional disturbance within the upland review area because of where we've located the system. It's far enough away from the upland review. If there is an adjustment needed to the contours, it wouldn't push further into the upland review area.
Okay. The next one would be number 8, MLSS.
Yeah, so that's a oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one.
For both the primary and the reserve.
So we've done extensive testing out there. So we tried to include as much of the soil testing that is at the same elevation as the system. This testing is consistent. He's basically asking us to just exclude a few of the test holes that we included in there. Like I said, the test holes are consistent, so it's not providing any benefit. It's not like the system will go from, it's roughly 170 feet long, that there'll be a drastic change in that. But, if he'd like us to exclude those, we certainly can, and we'll rerun the calculation. Again, I don't feel that will result in additional disturbance within your upland review area.
Can you locate that for me, Brian?
So he's basically saying that it could basically make the system longer, but if that were the case, we'd move it this way rather than.
Okay, so it would be further away from the upland review area.
Or it wouldn't necessarily be any closer.
Okay. And 10, the septic tank appears to be very deep in grade.
Yeah, that one, I'm not sure. I think he may be misreading the elevations on the plan.
Where is it?
As I see it, we have the inlet of the tank at 741.5. And you typically have about 2 feet of differential from the tank to finished grade. In this case would be, 2.5 feet. So to me, that's not a substantially deep tank. So I think they may just have been misreading the elevations.
He's shown that at 5.5 feet.
Yeah, I don't know, because that's 7.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know where he's coming up with the number there. I'm suspecting it may just be his misread on there.
I don't think that's
Okay.
accurate.
And then the last one would be number 11, the next one. Kurt.
Yeah, I have a picture from their sanitarian. I don't know if he's even with their health department anymore of his logs, and I did compare it to ours, and I don't see the discrepancy. I haven't had a chance to have a phone conversation with Dennis to go over some of these. I think most of his comments are easily cleared up and similar to this. I got to see what he's looking at. I didn't see a discrepancy on my end on those, but certainly if there was one, we would revise our plans if need be. Again, there's been so much soil testing out there, and it's consistent throughout. I don't see any scenario here where something causes a major alteration that would now push us deep into the upland review area. Frankly, the new location of the system that we have, there's a sufficient buffer. We're, close to 50 feet with the system from your upland review area. So even if there are any of these, small back and forths that would require revisions, we've got plenty of real estate moving to the east, far away from the upland review area, that I'm confident we wouldn't need to, like I said, further encroach towards your upland review area.
And still outside the radius of the well is the future potable well as well. Meaning that it's outside of this.
75 foot.
Yes.
Okay.
5 feet.
Okay. Okay. I would like the follow-up clarifications, for me, so we can review the updated plans if necessary. From health and from, Land Tech on this. At this time, I don't have any other further questions, right as of now, Christine.
Just one, you mentioned before that it's now covering 171,000
Yeah.
square feet, but there's no increase in the impervious surface of this plant?
No, there is an increase. The original approval was for 116,000.
Okay,
But my point was, as part of the original phase one, we were still building the drainage to accommodate all of this.
okay,
We weren't gonna do it, go out there and try to rejigger it after.
after you just.
Yeah, just because of the mobilization and demobilization. This overall works better from a disturbance perspective, because we will only be doing one disturbance rather than doing multiple remobilizations. So, from constructability standpoint, this is more advantageous than having to go back and try to put everything together after something's been built and try to rebuild it.
Do these plans reflect that change in the,
Yes, yep.
Okay.
So this is the original plan. So basically, the additional impervious is, this court, which is this court, and then the court's down here.
Mhm.
Is basically the additional.
okay. Jennifer, Larry?
You mentioned something about regrading the driveway. Could you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, so the driveway in its current, so basically, they're just going to come in, and regrade it so they can lay stone down in here. And then
They're not changing the pitch from north to south, are they?
no, it's
Okay.
basically just kind of reestablishing what's there.
Okay. Okay.
Previously, the plan didn't have this entrance, they
Right,
just have
correct.
this, but this driveway is already existence here.
You're widening it?
No, no,
Okay.
no,
Okay. I was going to ask the same question about the square footage being increased.
While you're doing that, I'll ask Melinda. Melinda?
I'm good. The one question I had that Christine actually asked, so I'm good until the next time we talk about this.
Okay. That's it from the help. Okay. Unfortunately, Brian, we can't move on this until I have help.
okay. So we'll have to get that,
And with all the changes that
not a problem, we'll get that to you, I mean, we'll jump on, we're already working with them. So we can get that to you by the next meeting.
Mhm.
So what date is the next meeting?
24th,
Any,
25th,
27th.
27th of August, okay,
Yes.
so we could still, okay, that's not a problem.
okay.
Do you have any other questions for me?
I don't, right as of now, do you have any?
I don't have any.
No, okay,
Yeah.
commissioners, if you have any other further questions. Before they come back to us, just please either send them to me or to Shelley. If not, we'll address them at that next meeting. At that time,
Thank you.
okay, thank you, Brian. Okay. Moving on to new applications. We have 124 Christian Street. Come on up.
Good evening, I'm Mark Wiesenhofer. I'm licensed professional engineer with Smith & Company. I'm here on behalf of Steep Rock. Brian is also here from Steep Rock as well. We've got
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and explain to us what you want to do, and then we'll ask our questions.
Sure. So the current condition that exists out there on Route 202 at the Steep Rock property. There is an existing pull-off area that exists there now. It's sort of a maintenance issue and degrading and, you know, some car parking on the shoulders and things of that nature. The Steep Rock Association wants to designate a more formal parking area to get rid of that parking issue on their shoulders for safety. And as well as the main issue that they have with the existing access road, their vehicle blocking that access road in the event of an emergency or when they do maintenance in their property. So the proposal here for you this evening is to separate those two things. So we're gonna maintain that access road with a paved apron coming into the access road and also doing a sightline improvement to the east to improve the sightlines from that access road.
Okay, I just want to zoom myself in here.
Yeah.
So one part, they're coming in off of Route 202 where it says existing access road.
Right, that's
And
their
then-
existing access
And
point.
then the other one that says stump,
The stump is an old stump that's in the ground there.
is that an access point there?
It's not currently, that's what's being proposed.
So this is the proposed where.
Yeah, what we're proposing is, right now, where they're pulling off of where it says millings and gravel,
Mm-hmm,
that's where people are parking in that area there.
okay,
It's kind of a mix of gravel and pavement and grass.
mm-hmm,
It's getting a little messy and hard to keep maintaining it because it's not properly graded and things of that nature, so. The first thing is to create a paved apron with a hard shoulder, so that the main reason for the hard shoulder is for the maintenance vehicle coming out with their mowers or whatever had room to be on the shoulder without running the grass.
okay, so they're gonna be coming in off Route 202 onto this proposed apron and
Right,
going down to this parking area on the millings and gravel.
no, that is not, so we're gonna have two entrances here.
Oh, this is gonna, okay,
Yeah, so basically what's gonna happen is the hard shoulder is gonna be grass.
okay,
So this parking area for 6 spaces is a separate entrance off of Route 202.
okay,
So we're creating two paved aprons. Right now, there's nothing.
mm-hmm,
There is stuff, but it's not quite defined.
okay,
The main focus is to get people in a more organized parking area off the road and
Mhm.
up the shoulder area. The state DOT had reviewed this application, had approved the application.
okay,
And we have the DOT approval for
Okay.
that. The only reason we're here is because of the 24-inch pipe that runs from south to north. Across 202, the runoff associated with that,
mhm,
within that 100 feet of that area, so.
Okay.
And there are wetlands down gradient of the you know, this area here that's part of the whole steep rock.
Okay, are you planning to replace that pipe at the same?
No, we're not touching that pipe at
Okay,
all.
you're just gonna put a riprap apron on the opposite end of it then,
We're
correct?
not touching that at all.
You're not doing that at all?
No,
Okay.
no, we're not proposing any work related to that culvert. That is state-owned piping.
Okay, my first question is, are there gonna be any stockpiles of material on the property?
No, because everything is at grade. We're not, if there's gonna be any material, it'd be temporarily,
Mhm.
you know, within this graded area for the parking area itself, but we're not planning on doing any stockpile.
Okay, is there gonna be a concrete washout area?
No, we are not using any concrete for, if
Okay.
there is any concrete.
Okay, so I just for clarification, on the second page, my question is, it says, the paved apron,
Yep,
detail, it says bituminous concrete, is
that
that,
is bituminous concrete.
is it concrete
Paved.
or asphalt?
It's asphalt.
Asphalt, okay,
Yeah, that's for the paved aprons coming off the state road.
okay. And what is the total paved area?
We're with the totally impervious area, we're about 4,000 square feet.
Okay, and which way is that gonna drain?
It all sheet flows towards the north.
Okay.
Nothing's flowing on
A straight
road.
sheet flow. Okay. That's all I have for questions right now, Christine.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna go through it.
Yep. Larry?
Yeah, I'm good. I look forward to seeing it.
Okay. Do you have any questions right now, Melinda?
No, I'm also look forward to seeing it.
Okay, at this time, then we'll schedule site walks. How does Monday look for folks? Monday look okay? Monday look okay for folks? Okay, good. What would you folks like to start at? 3:30, 4? What works for everybody?
Two, probably.
2?
There's two.
Yeah, we're gonna do those 2.
So as long as it's after 2 p.m. on
Let's start at 3 o'clock. Okay, I will schedule, for the site plan for Steep Rock at 3 o'clock on Monday, the 18th. And if you can meet us there,
I can certainly will.
that would be great.
Yeah, I'm sure Brian, or if not Brian.
I'll be
Merlin
there
might-
too, Bob.
Okay, thank you, Brian.
3 o'clock, you said?
Yes,
Thank you.
okay, we'll see you then. Thank you very much for
Thank you
coming
very much.
tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I guess I could, I guess I could, I could leave it this way for now. I'll leave it this way for now, yeah. Okay, Brian, 88 Baldwin Hill.
Yes. For record, I'm Brian, engineer. And submitted a bunch of copies of the plan for panel stabilization. This is at 88 Baldwin Hill Road. Robert Levan and Andrea Brown's residence. So it shows the area around the drainage that comes basically from the roadway and from the church that are upstream. It's an existing 48-inch corrugated steel pipe that goes over a little pathway that they take over to their barn. It's been there for quite a while. In recent times, there's been quite a bit of erosion at the outlet of that pipe. It's done a big cut into the channel. And I'm showing a cross section in the upper part of the plan that shows the proposal in terms of the riprap. There's some existing riprap there on the sides, which is in the range of maybe 4-inch to 6-inch. It's very small rock size. But they're under storm conditions, there can be a lot of flow coming out of that 48-inch pipe. It's also indicated that there's actually been an overflow of that little pathway where pipe was full and it went over the top. and gouged out more of the channel down below. It's under extreme conditions. We've had a couple of gigantic storms in the last couple of years,
Mhm.
which has kind of exacerbated this. So the proposal is basically to install some riprap. This is an 18-inch to 36-inch rock
That's good.
in the channel on the sides that have gouged out to stabilize this. It's been eroding quite a bit. I've walked into the channel and there's about almost a 4-foot drop between the outlet of the pipe and the channel from water going out of the pipe. So it's a pretty significant amount of erosion going on there. It's heading down river towards the Chippewa River,
Mhm.
basically.
Hmm.
So that's the proposal, is to bring in some riprap and stabilize that outlet of the pipe.
Do they need to remove any material before they put the rocks in there? Or are they just gonna form it for now, or?
They're basically gonna put down some filter fabric on the subgrade, put the rock on top of that. It's gouged out a lot of material.
Mhm.
I'm not sure it'd be worth trying to bring in soil to fill that, because I think it would be more erodible.
Mhm.
So the proposal is to bring in the bigger riprap and, cover the outlet channel with that to stabilize this erosion.
Okay. Any questions right now? Melinda, any questions right now?
No, not at the moment. Thank you.
Okay, okay, so we will schedule a site walk and, it'll be immediately following on Monday, the 18th. You should be out there,
Okay.
should be there by 4, I would assume, immediately following.
Okay, yeah, I'll be there. Okay, great, thanks very
Very good.
much.
Thank you, Brian. Great. Okay. Okay, moving on, do we have any other business?
No.
Any enforcement? The enforcement, did everybody see Shelley's report online? Does anybody have any
Yeah.
questions on that? Does
No.
anybody have any questions on that?
No,
Okay, very good. Administrative business? Communications?
Yep.
Motion?
Motion to adjourn.
So moved. Okay, that was easier. Not too bad. Thank you, everybody.
thank you. Take care, everybody.
You coming back tomorrow,
Bye.
Chris?
I'll be back late Friday or early Saturday, but I'll be good for Monday, no problem.
Okay, very good.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Everybody. Okay.